In another move that is clearly based on TV markets and money instead of tradition, the Big Ten today took a bite out of the Big Apple, adding Rutgers as its 14th member. And the Hawkeyes' reaction to all this news? A resounding, Keep in mind, this week's expansion won't actually affect the Hawks on the field for another 2 years. And, they're all kind of preoccupied with getting ready for Friday's game against Nebraska. Coach Ferentz says he wasn't kept in the loop as this latest round of expansion went on and didn't expect to be. But he does trust his bosses to do what's best for the Big Ten.
The thing I would say is change has been good for the conference, going back to Penn State coming in, certainly Nebraska. And, the people making those decisions, starting with Commissioner Delaney, presidents, and the athletic directors do a great job on that. So, again, I wasn't involved in the decision-making, but I think there are probably a lot of good reasons to do this.
Change is good, adding extra teams, especially competitive teams like that to the conference is definitely it's going to only make the conference better.
They're good programs. They've been good programs these last couple of years. I've seen some film on Rutgers. They play like a Big Ten team.
All right, you'll forgive the Hawks for not being more enthusiastic, but they're mired in a 5-game losing streak and on their way to their worst season since 2000. There's still one more game to play, though, Friday against Nebraska. And while it's easy to simply roll over during a lost season, as Landon Stoller explains, the Hawks have kept fighting.
Things haven't gone, the way you draw them up, but that's life, that's football. You got to kind of roll with the punches and keep moving on.
There have been plenty of punches to roll with this season for James Vandenberg. Iowa will miss out on a bowl for the first time in his career. His 10 total touchdowns this season, 15 less than a year ago. But through it all, he has endured.
The season's not over yet, but with one game left, this is not a script I'm sure he would have written, but he's handled it with class, dignity, and shown great leadership skills, and has remained very, very positive.
Whether you're going to a bowl game or you're playing for something or you're not, if you're a competitor, there's always going to be a lot of pride involved, and you want to go out there and play your best, and that's no different whether you're 12-0 or 0-12.
4-7 isn't quite 0-12, but one of the few positives this season is that Vandenberg's attitude has been contagious.
This team obviously, had played to the best of their ability. Maybe we didn't win, we didn't go undefeated, obviously, but we played our best.
So as the team hopes their best can compete with Nebraska, the consensus is there's still something to play for.
It goes back to the Guardians of the Legacy. I think guys understand that what you do is a lot larger than just this season, this team. So, I think guys are excited to get back out on Kinnick and try and finish things on a good note.
Now, the other thing the Hawks talked about today is the fact that Friday's game will be senior day. So despite everything that's happened this season, at the very least, they can win this one for the senior class. In Iowa City, Landon Stoller, Fox 28 News at 9.
Thank you, Landon. Iowa's running back carousel continues to spin as Damon Bullock will likely miss Saturday's game with Nebraska. He sat out against Michigan with a contusion. Meanwhile, Mark Weissman returns to the starting lineup for the second straight week. Weissman ran for 63 yards, had his first receiving touchdown of the season on Saturday. More Hawkeye football stuff right here tomorrow night on Fox 28. It is the season finale of Iowa Tailgate Live. We'll kick things off at 9:30 p.m. at the Fieldhouse on Blair's Ferry. The Cyclones still have 2 games this season, but they're already looking ahead to 2013. Iowa State and the Big 12 released their schedule for next season this afternoon. The Clones will play just 4 conference home games, including their Big 12 opener against Texas, which could be on a Thursday night. It's either October 3rd or 5th. The season finale at West Virginia is tentatively scheduled for Black Friday. We've got their full schedule on our website, fox28iowa.com. Betting on the Cardinal and Gold. Still to come, how a trip to Vegas is motivating the Cyclones to take care of business at home. More sports next, only on the Fox 28 News at 9. Iowa State coach Fred Hoiberg is taking his basketball team on a Vegas vacation later this week. It's part of the Global Sports Classic. The tournament actually started the other day at Hilton. The Clones beat Campbell. Tonight, they look for another tourney win and a perfect 4-0 start to the season, hosting North Carolina A&T. I think Cy's going to make the trip, but his friend can't come. First half, Will Clyburn going all baseline on you. Clones up 5 early. He had 14 points, 7 boards. Let's double down on Tyrus McGee off the missed 3. Oh, he's so money. Flying in for the putback, 2 of his 16 points. How about some roulette numbers like 24 and 31, which just happen to be the jerseys for George Niang and Percy Gibson. They hook up for a nice basket. Jackpot. Cyclones win 86-74. 58-57. The Hawkeye men are in Mexico. They're playing in the Cancun Challenge first-round game. Still going on. It's actually at halftime against Western Kentucky, and the Hawkeyes have an early 8-point lead. If you want a chance to see the Iowa basketball team live, we can make that happen. Fox 28 is giving away a 4-pack of tickets to see Iowa's game against Texas A&M Corpus Christi on December 1st. To win, just like our Facebook page, KFXA Fox 28, then click on the Fox 28 Insider tab. That's where you can enter the contest. Whoever wins will also get a parking pass and dinner at the Coach's Corner in Iowa City. We'll announce the winner tomorrow night right here on the Fox 28 News at 9. Some women's hoops at Carver tonight. Iowa hosting Robert Morris. Hawkeyes struggled a bit in the first half, but the long ball kept them in it. Good pass from Bethany Doolittle to Jamie Printy on the wing. 3 of her 8 points tonight. Later, Printy, knowing that it's better to give than receive, tosses to Claire Till, who hits another 3. They weren't done with the long bomb. Sammy Logic to Melissa Dixon. Yeah, Iowa hit 7 threes in the night. Wasn't just perimeter shooting, though. The Hawks used some of those passes to go inside as well. Nice feed down low to Morgan Johnson. Johnson up and under for the hoop. She led all scorers with 19 as the Hawkeyes win 58-44. One more college hoops note from the D3 ranks. Grinnell College beat Faith Baptist Bible tonight 179-104, and Grinnell's Jack Taylor set an NCAA record with 138 points. He took 108 shots in the game and made 27 three-pointers. 138 points. He'd been averaging 14 a game this season up to this point. I think that's going to help his average. That's all for sports. Corey has a last check of your forecast when the Fox 28 News at 9 returns.